Hi guys, say hello to our little mascot. This is Smidge. Hi Smidge. Anyhow, we are doing 5.1 mid-segments of triangles. I hope that your chapter 4 test went well. So mid-segments of triangles is a segment connecting the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. So right here, D and E would be midpoints of the sides of these triangles, and they would connect them. So DE would be our mid-segment. If a segment joins the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, then the segment is parallel to the third side and half as long. So you want to remember that it's parallel and it's half as long. So if I know that this is 10, then I know that the length of the mid-segment is 5. Using the diagram above, DE is the mid-segment of triangle ABC. Then you could say DE is parallel to AC. And you could also say that DE equals half the length of AC. All right, so let's go ahead and look at some of these right here. It says, identify all the parallel segments. All right, well, I'm going to start right here with XY. I'm going to say that XY is parallel to this entire segment, QS. All right, those are parallel. Then I'm going to look here, and I'm going to see this mid-segment right here, XW, and I'm going to see that it's parallel to this segment right here, RS. And then I'll look for my third and final mid-segment, WY, and I will see that it is parallel to QR. All right, why don't you guys take a minute and do this one on your own? You guys do this. This is for you to do. All right. Now let's put some of this practice to use here. It says, if L, M, and N are the midpoints of the sides of triangle PQR, and PR, this entire segment equals 46, and PQ, this entire segment equals 40, and then LN, this little guy right here, equals 17. We need to find each of these measures. All right, well, if PR is 46, in order to find LM, we would need to take 46 and divide it by 2, and we would get 23. All right, for MN, I would need to look right here at PQ and see that PQ is 40. I would divide it by 2 and see that LMNM is 20. Then I would look right here, and it wants me to find QR. All right, well, QR is this entire segment right here, which is parallel to LN, so I would need to take 17, my mid-segment, and multiply it by 2, and I would get 34. And then lastly, it asked me to find MR. MR is right here. Remember that M is the mid-segment, so to find MR, I would take 34, the length of the entire segment, divide it by 2, and know that MR was 17. All right, why don't you guys go ahead and try doing the same thing with number 4. And let's move along to number 5. It says, find the value of X. All right, well, I know that this segment is half as long, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a pen color, and it's going to be 7x is my mid-segment. So I'm going to multiply that by 2, because remember, this is twice as long as my mid-segment. The mid-segment is half as long as the side of my triangle. I'm going to set it equal to 17x minus 18. All right, I will end up with 14x equals 17x minus 18. I'll go ahead and subtract 17x and subtract 17x. And I'll end up with negative 3x equals negative 18. I'll divide by negative 3, and divide by negative 3, and I'll end up with x equals 6. So you guessed it, you guys are going to do number 6. All right, you need to do these 3 problems in order to get a full credit. That is the end of 5.1 mid-segments of triangles.